The fundraising environment has really changed drastically. The time between rounds is increasing. The likelihood of a seed to Series A is decreasing. In other words, the graduation rate is decreasing. It's just becoming much harder for startups to fundraise. And not just startups, right? Over the last couple of years, VC fundraising is down. It's just becoming an asset class that's separating the cream of the crop from everybody else. Only the best companies and funds are raising. For myself and a lot of my peers, we have only known a bull market up and to the right. If you've been investing starting in 2009 until now, that's a long time. Most people's venture careers are not 15 years long. So in other words, most VCs only had a career where things were going well. And we've all had to adapt. Things have changed drastically since 2022. It's harder for my portfolio companies to fundraise. And so it requires much more action on my part to help and support and to get them to that point. The other thing that comes to mind is this whole notion of preempting rounds. When I first started, most people waited until a company was going through the fundraising process, and then they looked at the company and they did their analysis. If it was a great company, they'd receive multiple term sheets and you'd make your decision. Larger funds start to come down market and start to invest earlier than they typically have. And so what we're seeing a lot more today is this notion of preempting, where a fund comes in, they either know the space well or they like an asset, a company in the space. And before they're ready to raise capital, maybe even before they have the metrics that are necessary to raise a round, they'll come in and do a round before anybody else and sweep it off the market.